We move away from Portugal and back to Italy for the third time this year. The Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. We're back at Imola for the first time in 14 years. This weekend we are in Imola for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. 2 weeks' time it's the Turkish Grand Prix before a double header in Bahrain, and the season rounds out on December the 13th in Abu Dhabi. Lewis Hamilton leads the championship by 77 points to Valtteri Bottas. The midfield table, though, is where it is at. McLaren versus Renault versus the Alpha Therese as well. It's getting strong at the end of the page. Carlos Sainz finally jumps up onto the top page. Page 2, no change there at the bottom though. Still no points for Latifi or Russell. Magnussen and Raikkonen staying where they are. The only mover up there was Sebastian Vettel, scoring 1 point last time out. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes leads the way by quite a margin to Red Bull, and McLaren, Racing Point and Renault still in the battle for the third spot. It's heating up here in Emilia-Romagna. It's the 2020 Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix here at Imola, and this is free practice. Start the lap then here at Imola. Down to turn 1, the Tamburello chicane, tight on the entrance as well, and on the exit, changed of course back from 1994, this entire section leads down towards the Villeneuve chicane. A possible overtaking opportunity. Of course, it saw Christian Albers roll here the last time he raced in 2006 when he was hit by Yuki Ide. Now down to the Tosa corner, a slow second gear corner as you rise up the hill before the Ravazzas. Take the curb on the inside, get the power on mid-exit, and then rise up. Ravazzas 1 and 2. The Acquia Marina corners as well. This place is absolutely awesome as you fly past, keeping the throttle on mid-corner as you drop down towards the Acquirano 1 and 2 part of the track before coming up to the chicane at the top of the hill, which is absolutely terrifying in real life. You climb up the hill controlling the oversteer, and then you have to aim your car towards the inside of the track. It is terrifying, believe me. Bounce over the curves normally. Track limits will be a warning here as well if anybody goes too wide over the green rumble strip. Drop down the hill now into what is the heaviest braking spot on the track as you are continually trying not to lock up your tyres and go straight onto the gravel trap, as we've seen so many cars do. Now the last corner's changed here. This is it. And as we approach the line, the new pit building on the left, building in the early 2000s as well, just after F1 left. No chicane now, full throttle as you come onto the start straight now and across the line at the gantry. That is a lap of Imola. And welcome up to the commentary box for the first practice session for the 2020 Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Alongside me in the commentary box is Ian Birch. Well, Dad, we've got an interesting situation brewing where we should have 3 commentators, but only 2 microphones at the moment because everything's going wrong this morning. A 2-day event not really helping us out, is it?
Well, there you go.
Yeah, there's the track just watching on as well. The first practice, the only practice session for this weekend's race. And it is slightly annoying because nothing is working. And when I may say nothing is working, I mean absolutely nothing is working. That's the headset that you should have been wearing, but there's no connectors to it at the current moment. We are trying our best to get a connector. But as soon as we do, we'll cross back over to the box. In fact, I have just thought of a way that might work, but
mine's going in and out.
Yeah, that's your one. I have just thought of a way, so haha. So we look around this circuit then. The practice start has changed position quite a lot as the green light is on and the session is underway, and I can now hit this timer and hit the fade button, which means we have a clock in the top right-hand corner side of your display. As for the first time since 2006, we are underway. It's going well, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got the Jurgen working and I'm not.
Can you hear anything? Well, we'll fix that in just a second.
I can't hear myself, so
but
I
we
don't
can.
think
We can hear, but sorry, we can hear. But you just keep talking as we look around this amazing circuit. For some reason, we've just jumped up in.
Amazing but dangerous circuit. Megan's just joined us, and
yeah.
So she can have her headphones back.
Yes, Megan will have her headset back as we try and get...
Why weren't they with me?
long story. Long story.
What did I miss?
As we are trying to get this sorted ASAP. Unfortunately, there's no output. See, look at my amazing skills. This might just work. Which it won't, unfortunately, I've just been told. So isn't that awful? So as I have to run, we'll leave the commentary for just a second in the company of Ian Birch and Megan Birch.
Ooh, this is going to be a disaster.
I don't know why it's going to be a disaster, Megan. I can't even hear myself. How come he's always louder than us?
Because he's had to be. He's lead commentator.
Right, Megan. This is the Imola circuit in Italy, right? I reckon it's one of the most dangerous that Formula One ever come to.
Ooh.
Not only the deaths that have occurred over the years here, including two famous ones, one in practice and one in the race,
Is that
but some
Senna and
spectacular
Ratzenberger?
crashes. When this is such a tight
Was that
Senna and
Senna
Ratzenberg. Yeah.
Oh, Ratzenberg died on my birthday, like 11
I'm
years before.
I'm absolutely gutted that they have been forced to come back to this circuit. Yeah, it's old style. It looks good, right? But there are dangers on this circuit. There is one. The runoff there is too short,
Also narrow.
very narrow. Martin Brundle says about the fact that you can see people putting the washing out in their front gardens.
Oh, that's just dangerous. That
It's This circuit. All the Turkish people that yesterday. I hope you're all safe and well. As, we haven't heard from any of the e-sport guys that live in Turkey. There's quite a few actually on Joshua's e-sport thing. But yeah, this circuit, I have never ever thought it was safe. The runoff. Look at that. You're in the wall very quickly there. You go off there. You a little punt to the side, and you're in the wall. A bit like a few weeks ago. Was it at Mugello, where all of a sudden all it takes is just two wheels comes together, and you've got and unlike Mugello, you've got a concrete wall there, whereas before,
Yes.
you in Mugello you had all those tyres that the two drivers ended up in front of. Have you ever seen this circuit before, Meg?
I don't think Megan has, no.
no.
I don't know if I'm broadcasting live. Hopefully we'll find out in a few seconds. But
Well, I can't hear him. Can you?
I know you can't. I'm fixing that problem one step at a time.
We can hear each other.
I can hear you.
I
Yeah.
can hear
Can't
you
you?
two. So that's the important thing.
Yeah. Look at the viewing figures have gone up since me and you just did it on our own, Meg.
So
But
we'll
that's
find out.
understandable, isn't it?
No, I'm not sure if I'm broadcasting at the moment, so stay tuned.
Joshua is not broadcasting at the moment.
Okay, so we see Vettel and Ricardo.
Yeah, Ricardo is actually. I think he's one of the few that's raced here before.
Do you know?
I know he's done a track day here.
I saw something. It's like I was
Ah!
on this comedy show. It's like watching races,
Yes.
and it's like had this Formula One driver had no idea his wheels were gonna fall off. And I looked at the number and I was like,
Yeah.
that's Ricardo.
It would have been Ricardo beforehand. I now understand that we are broadcasting, which is fantastic news.
We can't hear you.
I know we can't. Well, you can't hear me in your ears.
No.
I can hear you two in my ears.
Oh, I guess it's not really that much of a problem.
No,
as
so
long as it goes
if you want to
well.
swap back, as we see already some drama, Roman Grosjean and
We-
Lance Stroll side by side.
I
We've
seem
just-
to remember this problem with those headphones before.
Yeah, it seems to be having some sort of problem. I'm just going to see if we are
That's why we
broadcasting.
changed.
Yeah, that's why we're wearing the Audio
Ladies
Technicas,
and
but three
gentlemen,
commentators don't really
welcome
work.
to the Italian Grand Prix at Monza.
Yes,
I'm-
they all work. They
I'm
all
Paul
work.
Tracy, and alongside me is Dana Patrick. No, it's not.
So, Danica Patrick. Yeah, you know
Danica.
Danica.
Do you remember Danica?
I never you said Dana. I was like, who
Dana.
the hell's Dana?
Dana, Dana, Danica.
So, am I wearing these for the
There was
remainder
a
of the...
Dana, wasn't there?
Am I wearing these then
There
for the
was a
remainder
Dana.
of the session?
Do you know, this is good that we can't hear him, isn't it?
Well, I'm trying to talk, and hopefully you can just about hear me.
Have you checked that you're actually being
Yes,
listened
yes,
to?
they can hear
Oh,
me.
God,
The fact
they
that
can
that's
hear him.
going on means I can hear.
I'm trying to find a
Do you
way.
reckon it's this, that this should be turned up?
Do not press that. That's the gain.
Do not press button.
If you turn that up, we'll be
Do not press
absolutely
button.
out of it.
Now all you want to do is press it. Don't you?
Do not press
Do
Jensen.
not press anybody.
That is Jensen. Jensen the button.
All I can hear in my ear is just a faint little buzz, but hopefully the lot can still
a
hear.
faint little buzz.
Stop it! Can we get back to the action now? As we've got 1 hour, 27 minutes to go.
1:24:07 left of this. We've been professional, right? We didn't set this up, did we? No.
If you give me your headphones.
No.
Why? I need those ones. These ones don't work on me.
Who cares?
I care. Give me yours.
Now show my nice new haircut.
Completely mucked up the sound card mic.
Oh, I can hear it.
Right, there we go.
The truth is now that no one can hear me, can they?
Yes, because you are on Dad mic
Dad mic number 1.
and it's working.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you working?
Yes, Megan
There's a
works.
peculiar buzz.
I don't know what the hell's happening.
Ignore the buzz. You can hear. Presumably, you can hear me and Megan.
We've just been talking about the fact that this is one of the most dangerous tracks, if not the most dangerous track. The deaths and the crashes here have been spectacularly bad.
Over the years, yeah.
With the one that didn't die, I think the worst was Berger when he crashed into the wall and burst completely into flames.
Berger had a bigger accident. Yeah, I remember that one.
Have you not seen that one?
You don't remember Berger's accident?
Did he die?
No,
No,
Berger just
Berger's
very badly burned his
good.
hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the
Megs,
whole
if you
car
want to sit back, nobody
in
can see you.
seconds, Meg. The whole
Yeah.
car in seconds, Meg, just burst into flames, and he was nearly a fried burger.
They actually called him Grilled Burger when he came back.
Yeah, and they threatened to throw onions into his car.
I think they did actually. I'm not even going to dispute that. I think that's right. Now I know that you can hear me and Megan, Dad,
How about some
and
gherkins?
you can hear me and Megan correctly. Can you hear me and Megan in your ears?
Yeah, but you can't hear me.
I
can't hear myself.
I can hear you, and you can't hear yourself. Yeah, but that's the thing we'll have to just deal with and fix it next time. But we can all
Valtteri
communicate.
Bottas,
Yeah.
is one of the 6 or 7 drivers that has not ever raced at this track in any form.
Bottas being how old was he actually? He wasn't that. He was 15. I want to say in my notes. 'Cause
My age.
It was 14 years
Really?
ago. 14 years since last year, and he just turned 30.
I think check that because
I'm
I know
going to.
He was
I know
my
that
age.
I know that Lando was 5. Most of the other
Lance
youngsters
Stroll would have been
was
4.
7. Was 7, and Kimi Raikkonen was 5th in the race.
Yeah, Raikkonen had a great race actually, if I remember correctly. We have our live timing monitor on the screen as well. We've got the driver tracker
Megan,
coming as well.
Your baby is up and running. The live timing.
Megan might request to switch over here because
Megan,
you've got a new graphic
are you
coming.
going to say something more than now that he's back? I've actually got you talking a lot.
Nah.
See? Just proof that your microphone is actually working. It does work, but we've just got to really figure out the leads and stuff ahead of the next one. Times on the board. Kvyat is top as well at the moment. And now he's deliberately not talking going forward. Let's have a look at the analysis, though.
I was just praising you, but you couldn't hear me because I had no voice.
Right, nice. Turn 9, downhill section of the track, is a track limits warning. That is at Ravazza.
Bad safety car.
And turn 15, the exit of the Arivianta corners. Here, the double quick chicane.
It's one I remember quite well.
Yeah.
And, it's...
Not many people forget Imola.
Imola is... you see, it's San Marino. If people remember the San Marino Grand Prix, this was Imola where it was held.
Yeah, Imola, that 1994 weekend, Roland Ratzenberger and Ayrton Senna.
Christian Horner there, Spice Boy.
I think he's talking to the team there.
Hey, he's getting so old now that he's got to be an old Spice Boy, hasn't he?
Well, the amount of
and
tours
then
they
Spice used to
do.
be
Verstappen does top
still
the
is.
session with a
Yellow first sector. Sorry to cut
117
across. Yellow first sector somewhere along
with
the
a
track.
117.047.
Now, this is the new tracker we have in the commentary box that people can see. We see the driver tracker just at the top here, sector times, and then the race control messages come up here as well. But we're going to have,
don't
well,
want that.
I wanted it on that screen, but they won't switch over for some reason.
Yeah, because it's rubbish.
Yes. Well, we haven't got the iPad in the commentary box at the moment, and for some reason we have a very large ruler just
Where did you
alongside.
get my ruler from?
That's not yours.
Oh, where's my ruler?
I don't know. That's not yours.
Where did it come from?
Mine's wooden. It's about that long.
Long wood one, yeah.
Seen that drawer over there behind that
And
curtain?
I've never seen this before on the official F1 graphic. Because it's a 2-day weekend and only one practice session, the timing graphic at the top of the world feed only says P for practice. Only one
P?
practice, yeah. Look, it's only P. And we've called it FP1, so I'm going to change that now.
How can it be FP1? There is only one. You know, it's just practice.
Yeah. It's only the
Oh,
practice.
little lock up there.
And
That's an
onto the gravel.
AlphaTauri. Is that Kvyat?
Yes, it is. Yeah, and that's down. It is Kvyat. It's down at Tamburello, and locked up coming in. 180 miles an hour, decreasing speed.
All
and
these-
flat out through there.
All these corners, Megan, sound like music, don't they? Tamburello.
Well, we've got the Tamburello chicane, then we've got the Villeneuve chicane, Tosa, Aquafibiana.
Why is it called the Villeneuve? This isn't where Jules.
No, it's called the Villeneuve chicane because in 1982, the battle with him and the Ferrari teammate, which names forget me at the moment. You remember the battle, but the race just before Gilles was killed.
Yeah.
There was drama, wasn't there?
There's always drama at this track.
Luckily, this is actually working. The fact that we've got 3 mics for the first time in headset form, but the only problem is
None
that
of us
we
are called
can't hear.
Mike.
We can't hear Dad, and Dad can't. Well, Dad can hear us, but we
None
he
of
can't
us are called
himself. So
Mike.
it's working well, isn't it? At the
Who's
moment.
Mike?
No idea. Just check
Say
that.
again.
Who's Mike? I thought you could
Very
hear me
nice,
through your
Megs.
headphones.
I generally just couldn't.
We're live all weekend once again here as we've got a track limits warning for Ricardo. Lap time has been deleted as well. Another one on the board for Gasly. See, whereas on the iPad we don't see the messages, this little device tells us exactly where we need to go. So that's going to be kept on the laptop from now on. That monitor should be showing another driver tracker, but it's not. So let's just connect that now.
Do you know, all of you lot watching, you should see the home videos of these two when they were younger. Him
Not me
doing
dusting.
him doing Doctor Who stories with his brother.
It's Halloween, of course. We're not doing one. We used to do one every year. No, it's not Halloween. Oh,
He
it
used
is
to
Halloween,
go,
but
he
we
used
don't
to
do
go,
it.
day, day. You used to have that voice, didn't you? Day, day.
What do you mean, did?
No, it was always so high.
Well, everyone's voice is always high when they're a child. I sound
Yours
like
wasn't.
Minnie Mouse.
No, it wasn't. You used to go, hiya Megan. You used to go, hiya Dad.
No, yes, you did.
I sounded like Minnie Mouse.
You still
Minnie
do,
Mouse.
Megan.
Come on, do Mickey Mouse then.
I
Okay,
don't know.
Pluto. Come on, Pluto. Hey, what's Joshua doing?
I'm
Hey,
putting
what's
on the
that?
driver
Is that a
tracker.
phone?
Cars on the board, though. So 90 minutes. We do actually have some practice to talk about, some information if I can ever get this one to work.
I was
Christian
gonna talk
Horner,
about my hate of dressing up
Old
for Halloween,
Spice.
so I don't do it anymore.
No.
Yeah, I don't like it.
So, if I put that down there.
Megan, if she did get dressed up, it was usually in a Williams outfit
Yeah.
when she used to walk around the thing, the crescent here. What is the bottom of the road called? The
Cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac.
Yeah, there you go.
You got all these French words. Cul-de-sac. I thought he was a captain of the Romulans in Star Trek.
That's called a cat. I know you.
the-
Romulans? Kardashians?
Oh no, they're the ones with the big bums.
No, I knew I was going to do that. It took me a second to realise who you're on about. No. They're the Telosians.
Do you know what?
And Telos.
I've heard about an hour-shaped figure,
Telos.
but Kim Kardashian.
Talos.
Doctor Who.
I've heard about an hour-shaped figure, but Kim Kardashian, right? She looks like West.
Yeah,
Kim
thanks for that
Kardashian.
addition.
Oh yeah, she's the madman who's going to be the US president on Wednesday.
Gasly's top, 116.761. He's gone fastest. We are trying to add a timing tower, but right now the graphics are failing on us.
Wait, is he running for president?
I don't know. He wasn't
Don't
he?
ever say that. Don't ever say that.
Kanye
Good morning,
West.
Ribson. Good morning.
Hi,
Look-
Ribson.
Look, all three of us in the box
Oh,
for a
Megan.
change.
Megan would like to know whether or not she pronounces your name right or we do.
I just don't care.
What do you
However
say?
I write,
How
I
do you
say-
pronounce his name?
I need to see it to pronounce.
There you go. Track limits.
Ribosome.
Ribosome.
I would
Ribosome.
say it like that because I do science and I'm
Ribosome.
actually pretty good at it.
Okay.
Good
It's how
morning,
my
our
teacher
number one
pronounces it,
listener.
so I pronounce it that way.
Track limits turn 15.
Oh,
Leclerc.
have you got one with a similar name at your school?
No, it's just when you're talking about a ribosome in a
Ah.
cell.
Ah. Oh, you're talking about science.
Ribosomes produce protein in the cell.
I'm just going to leave it for
Welcome
Megan
to-
on that one.
They
Welcome to,
convert starch and glucose and all that
welcome
into
to
protein.
BBC Two's Open University. Our presenter this morning is Blue Peter presenter in the future, Megan Birch.
No, I could not do Blue Peter. I've never even watched it.
Gasly's had his lap time deleted, as has Alexander Albon. They've all gone wide at Aquafibiana, so that's why we've got them all going down at turn 15.
Aquafibiana, that must be mean the water corner. Aqua. Martin is on the
He's at
track.
Tamburello. Oh, that's unusual. They've let him so close.
I think he's had a go at Saab before, but never at Tamburello. Actually, Martin has raced at this track and he loves it. But then again, you know, Martin loves danger. And most Formula One drivers do.
He said yesterday it's hard to believe it's been 14 years since he came to this track.
For those of you, and there's very few listening to this, that are not Formula One fans, Formula One fans isn't just cars going one after another. It's a form of chess, and it's a form of it's the way that there is literally hundreds of people behind the scenes working out the best strategy to just and whereas chess is about two people working out the strategy to beat the other.
Here it's a lot more. I don't want to say it, but you know what I mean. Just trying to get this working. Stay tuned.
If you wonder, he's playing with his Steffi graphics.
Can you two name the 3 things that a animal cell doesn't have, though a plant cell does?
Not really, because it's Formula
Welcome
1.
back to the Open University.
I
Our
know,
guest
though,
today
I'm
is
interested to
Professor
see whether
Megan
you two
Birch.
can remember it. Because
No, I can't.
I'm having to learn this.
I can't. The only thing I remember about biology class was it was on the second floor.
Well, it's cell wall,
Cell wall, yeah.
chloroplast, and a permanent vacuole.
Oh,
I don't know what Megan was on about just then. I'm sure it was interesting.
it was. I love to hear my Megan speak about her intelligence and the way she loves learning.
Maybe
She
science.
there's not many who work harder than her at their schoolwork. All through lockdown, everyone else was having fun or getting bored because there was nothing to do. She was learning.
I don't like not doing anything.
Apart from cleaning your bedroom, which you only do once every 6 weeks.
Megan did very well, to be fair.
You're not denying it.
I clean it more than that.
As you can see, the curbs are quite tall here.
Well,
In places-
they're
And-
supercars
and also
race here
the
as
car-
well.
This is a very this is possibly Lewis has been on about the fact that this is probably the greatest amount of downforce in a Formula One race occurs at this track. You know, the undulations and the things.
And we're
But
zooming in on
They
them now.
also have these low curbs with these inner curbs, yellow curbs, which are like hitting a brick wall.
It really is quite a dangerous part of the circuit as well to always try and have a go at. We have some timing, look. So there we go. People were asking for it in Portugal. We've got one. Thanks to F1
Portugal.
Feed.
So, also, right, is there any other news you want to talk about?
Several bits of news as we've
knew
now
you
got
would.
everything, I think, finally working.
Wake up, Megan, wake up.
There's Megan's.
What about Lando and his...
Oh, Megan's right. Damn. I've just leaned the group
Boom.
chat. Megan's right with the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Riverson. Okay, thank you, Megan.
Riberson.
Hi,
Hi,
There's
Riberson.
science.
Hello again to Gwenwyn. Finally able to catch one of your streams. Yes, yeah, we remember from Mugello. Welcome back to the other Italian race, where I think both of you actually in the group chat who watched in Mugello said that we could see multiple red flags this weekend. So, welcome back to another Italy race.
Well, let's talk about
Yes?
the Joker in the pack, Lando.
Lando Norris, what about him?
Right, Lando lost his temper last weekend, right, with Lance Stroll.
Yes.
Right, by the time they got
Who
back,
didn't lose their temper last weekend with Lance
yeah,
Stroll,
but
to be fair?
he did point out that as soon as they met up face to face, that it was a case of 50 and 50, right? But he called him a lot of names, which
Yeah.
he shouldn't do. That's unusual for Lando, because Lando's usually the Joker, isn't he?
Yes.
Right. we all remember him cutting his hair off, raising £15,000 for charity.
And he
during
grew back
lockdown.
before the season started.
Yeah, which is unusual for a lad of his age.
Mm.
You know, but he is 12. He had a minor go at
Yeah.
at Lewis, and I would like to explain something to Lando, right? As most of his people in his in McLaren did.
Yes.
You look at George, and George is racing in a car that has got a lot of problems, right? And he's at the he makes a great massive effort, right? He's what 14th at the moment on that timesheet.
Norris is 8th actually. He's jumped up to 8th.
No, I mean
place.
Norris, not Norris. Georgie Russell.
Russell's just gone to
Right.
13th. We had Albon's time deleted. That's
what
why.
Lando was saying was basically, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
is that would Lewis have got 92 wins if he hadn't have been in one of the best cars nearly all the time?
That's
Right?
it, yeah.
Now this, right? The reason Lewis is in the best car all the time
Mm.
is because he's the best driver, right? Full stop.
I
Yes.
don't think that's so.
Right? And the reason that Norris isn't getting the same results as George Russell
Yeah.
is that he's lucky enough to not be in.
That
In the
part. Yeah.
Williams.
Yeah.
He's not in a bad car, right? All these cars. I mean, the Williams is usually what 4 seconds off the pace,
Yeah, the Williams has been very much off the pace in the recent years.
right?
Yeah, I agree
The
with that.
Alfa Romeos have got a world champion in Raikkonen, right? Anybody who suggests that Kimi's results are down to his age is
Well, he's just re-signed for another year, isn't he?
yeah, they've just both of them, Giovinazzi as
And
well.
Giovinazzi, yeah. Doesn't really surprise us. I mean, I think Ryberson just said as well, does it surprise you having another year?
No,
Not really, no.
no, because I was predicting it. Well, if you remember that, I said that whether they stay at Alfa Romeo, I think that the thing that's been the matter is that Megan's trying to talk. What are you trying to say?
What?
Just checking if she's awake. Are you
I have
awake,
my
girl?
eyes open and I'm moving. Of course I'm awake.
Say good morning, Australia.
Morning, Australia.
We are.
Good morning, Australia.
Get back to your point.
G'day, boy. What was it?
Raikkonen.
Raikkonen. What about him?
Well, I'll just say
You
this.
get forgetful in age.
I was saying about Raikkonen, that's another point. I don't agree with the fact he's got another year, but it doesn't surprise me.
Oh,
he
I do.
has.
I do, because the amount of development that him and the young lad are doing there
Mm.
is bringing it up. And the reason that they haven't made the announcement earlier is that they've only just decided to commit themselves to another year of Formula One.
They have, yeah.
Because what a lot of people don't realise is that they virtually leased the team off Peter Sauber.
And they've just signed on to have another contract year as well. Sorry if Megan's headphones are going there. I'm trying to fix that now.
Megan's headphones are now not working.
When I do that, I can hear a sound
Yeah, it's called you tapping the headset.
like it.
SOS. Save our sausages.
I've just realised, of course, that's Dad's headphones as well. So we can't touch it, can we? That's how he's hearing as he's
Can't
going
touch
through
it.
that part of the mixer as well.
I can't.
Can't touch it.
Now I can hear.
I'm trying.
Well,
to
it's been a, I don't know
Stop
whether or
moving
not it's,
wires.
I'm trying to find.
I
the-
don't know if it's the fact that this is only the first day, but this practice session, which I was hoping they'd go hell for leather at,
There we go.
is just
Well, they've only got 4 cars on the track: Raikkonen, Grosjean, Bottas, and Magnussen. You're right. No one's going back out fully, which is annoying. It's broken. Yeah, it is.
what is broken.
You know, it's the Lando Norris thing. Remember when he was in Spa? It's
broken.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The bus
Lando's
mixer.
Lando's from the West Country.
Now, here's the thing. I was busy last night, so the commentary box wasn't set up. I had literally 20 minutes to get everything set up for the stream, so it's a miracle that all 3 mics are working.
Oh, he's doing Barry Manilow now. It's a miracle.
No. We'll have it all sorted next time out. Where are we next? Turkey. I don't think you're here for Turkey.
Speaking of, I want a turkey sandwich.
Nice.
It's.
actually.
I
Yeah.
think the track is near Ankara, isn't it?
Yeah, well, in Turkey, yes. Yeah, there's
So
supposed to be a
it's-
massive
it's-
earthquake.
Yeah, but that's the west of the country. That's in Ankara, more central.
It's near Istanbul, actually. I just remember it's Istanbul Park, isn't it? So it's near Istanbul. So we'll keep an eye out on whether or not We need a Google map. What are you looking at? You're looking up in the air at something.
Oh, that was amazing. Did you see it, Meg?
I didn't see anything. What happened?
There was a moth who flew into the light, and then there was lots of like dust coming off the light as if the moth was moth. And then we in here thought the moth had been fried, but no, came out a lot smaller and flew up there.
Oh, there it is.
And we also got a fly. Hey, 2 extra viewers.
Well, we've got 3 at the moment. Good evening, Australia. It's good evening, Australia. It's not morning, it's evening.
It's morning here.
Good evening,
Yes,
Australia.
it's 9:26. It's evening.
Well, that
over
only
there.
depends, doesn't it? What time? We're a bit earlier, aren't we?
Yeah, it's 9:26 now compared to a Saturday. Or even
Yeah,
a
so
Friday, but
you're right. It's still Saturday night in Australia. They should know they're there.
Yeah, some of them are. Yeah. Hopefully you're liking the new graphics. I'm going to pop this chat out now if I can, because it's confusing me the amount of things we've got. Fine,
The thing about Australia is it's got like 3 different time zones. It's a bit like the United States.
Mm.
They have several.
Yeah, I think it's 5, isn't it? If you count Alaska's got a different time zone to the West Coast. Hawaii's got a different time zone to more.
Utah, Florida.
Florida.
Bottas has just gone top, by the way.
Washington.
Here he comes. Bottas coming to the line. There, you can see it on your monitor. A 1:15.783.
Joshua, I think that bit of commentary was the best bit of commentary.
Oh no.
Okay,
I'm just slightly annoyed actually, and I'm sure many people will see the same thing as well, because we're seeing that they've changed the start position here at Imola. It used to be just alongside the pit building, the tall building alongside that used to be the entertainment and commentary stand. It's now further back towards the exit of turn 18. I'm not happy, because that now means it's also the shortest run down to turn 1 on the calendar. Do you know what the run is down to turn 1?
12 yards.
Oh, damn, she got it right.
Wait, what?
No, it's about 2 metres.
I was going to say.
Literally,
What?
the run down to turn 1 is 2 metres. I'm not even kidding. Look at the control map there, and where the little kink at turn 1 is. It's 2 metres after the lights
They've
out.
also taken the famous chicane out.
Yeah, the chicane at the last corner's gone. That was modified. It's now looking how it did back in the 1970s.
Isn't that where Jordan won their first race?
No, that was at Spa.
Or was it the
No,
chicane?
I know why you're thinking Jordan. That's where
Jordan.
Barrichello crashed in '94
Yeah.
in the Jordan. That's why I knew why you're thinking Jordan there. So it's
Everybody crashed in a Jordan.
How many meters
Yes.
is 12 yards?
Don't know. Somebody on this end. How did Pilastri go? That's from Gremlin. Pilastri.
Pilastri.
That was from Mugello, wasn't it? That he won the F3 title. Did he win the F3 title, Pilastri? I think so. I can't remember. It was a couple of months ago now, thinking about it. We're live all weekend here. Megan will join me for qualifying. I don't know where you're going.
Megan, where's your little bowl of tricks which you look up things?
Yeah, where's your iPad?
Not
gone?
here.
Oh, my iPad's not here. Your iPad's not here.
My phone's upstairs.
Well, you can see we're running on full
iPad.
steam, aren't we? No, he's testing for Renault. Oh, Pilastri. Oh, I do know what you mean then. Yes, he went very well. He did some running. I saw it this morning on Twitter when I was getting ready. Pilastri went very well. He completed some laps in the 2018 car. And, of course, talking about Renault, Fernando Alonso's here this weekend.
Yep, Fernando.
Do you try that again?
Yes, here.
Fernando is here
Can we see him?
in one of his weekends where he gets in with the team and that. He walked the track the other day, and I think he was another one that's raced here before. So the drivers that were actually with him or near him got his little input.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I've just been distracted by the fact that Kellyanne's just messaged saying
What?
that there's an interview with Damon Hill and Johnny Herbert coming up on Sky News, apparently. I hope so, but unfortunately, Kel, we're stuck in the box, so we can't switch.
What would that be about?
Their new book.
Oh yeah.
The good, the bad, the burning.
Available all but good but Amazon right now.
Yeah, lockdown in the UK coming up soon. So, if anybody is in the UK watching and is stuck on lockdown, or if you're in France and I think Germany
My
is just going to
daughter-
lockdown,
My daughter, not this one,
hello, welcome,
Is-
thank you for joining us.
is on tier 3 lockdown. in
We're all going to be on
Martinique.
tier 3 lockdown soon. Let's go there.
Would that make any difference to me or Megan?
Oh,
No.
well, Megan still goes to school.
Oh yeah, but she still will go to school.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any difference for me either. If
I
you think
prefer
about
to work
it,
on my own in a classroom, not be surrounded by people. They just annoy me.
would be good for him to get two mentors, Webber and Alonso, if possible, for Pilastri. I agree. I think Webber's here this weekend with Channel 4. Alonso's here, but Pilastri is at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, I believe.
Yeah, I believe from what I remember, his manager is and mentor and driver's coach is a certain Mark Webber,
Mr. Webber.
who is from Tasmania.
Just looking at the Villeneuve.
That's why he
chicane.
talks like this
Oh.
all the time, because people in Tasmania talk really fast and really.
I miss.
I love the accent.
Danny Ricker. I miss him at the moment because I think there's a segment coming up.
Don't you
somewhere.
think Danny sounds like he's always on Bondi Beach, doesn't he, or one of the other beaches?
Danny always sounds like he's having more fun than he actually is. He's always got a smile on his face. Although
Ninja honey badger.
He has the
yeah.
he has the teeth for a smile.
You went there, not me. I'm not going there.
I'm not, he might not have the hair anymore.
I certainly don't have the teeth at the moment for it. Not going well at the moment, is it?
What, your teeth?
Mm.
Why? What's
Well,
wrong with them?
that abscess.
Abscess.
It's gone, but it's very nasty at the
I
moment.
keep
It's a bit sore.
aggravating it, as well as you.
That's because you keep hitting him.
Oh yes, the viewers remember what happened.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What do you mean
Tasmania
remember?
isn't a part of Australia. They're completely different islands.
Tasmania is a part of Australia.
But it's a different island.
Yeah, it is. It's not on
Oh, I know, I
mainland,
remember then.
right?
Alright.
But it is. Tasmania is. Don't insult the people of Tasmania. They are as
I'm not.
Australian as
Good
any.
job.
They are as Australian as anyone else.
I think we've hit a nerve.
I reckon we should call
And now my
into
dad's nerve is Australia.
ABC Melbourne, ABC Melbourne, ABC Sydney. The lady with the great quiz. Me and your mum. You've got to get both
It is a
sides of
running
the
joke.
quiz. You've got to get both sides of the quiz to get the answer.
It's
And
a running joke.
it's brilliant. But I know
You
it's a
mentioned it,
running
not me.
joke. I know it's a running joke. I know that people don't like Tasmanian because they think they're little devils. But you know, have you seen a Tasmanian devil?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm living with one.
Ugly little mats, aren't they?
Okay, I accidentally hurt you a couple times.
6. I'm still recovering.
My dad
Yeah,
used
especially from
my
the
dad
last
used to live in Newcastle, and I don't mean the one in the northeast. I mean the one 40 miles outside Sydney.
Perez has just gone to 5th place on a 1:16.943. Bottas still top on a 1:15.783.
But
So,
if you go live in Melbourne, right? It's the people in your street.
Figuring out how I
Hang on.
hurt
You'll hear you. Well, it's one of the many
one of the
hundreds of
times?
times you punched him.
you.
it doesn't look
you
like
know,
Taz from
no,
Looney
mate,
Tunes, by the way.
excuse
Yes.
me. No, he doesn't.
No.
Craig Revel Horwood from Strictly Come Dancing is another Tasmanian.
Yeah. Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah. But
Has he left now? Is he still there?
no,
I
he's
can't
still
remember.
there.
Well, that's Megan.
He makes the most. When he gets dressed up to do his theatre work,
Mm.
he's usually as a woman, and you would not know that is a man.
Who just rocketed up the timing screen?
He is a very pretty woman when he gets dressed up, you know.
Mm.
A lot prettier than he is a man. Sorry, Craig.
Someone's just jumped up the timing screen as well. I think Albon underrated. I think Albon's running
So
out of
let's have
time.
a Formula One thing. 55 minutes, 46 seconds to go. It's timing, eh?
I like this.
Right, we've got-
I'm constantly looking at the other monitor, which
Yeah.
has got the clock and the timing tower on. I'm loving this.
Bottas 1:15.783. Reasonably good time. Verstappen
Yeah.
is on an outlap. He's already in the second place. Lewis is down in 10th, but I think Lewis is just taking it easy this morning.
Mm. Lewis is.
My mic on.
Yes, your mic's on. Your mic's on. I think you're right. Lewis is taking it a bit easy. As someone's just jumped up the order.
You stopped me from doing me Melbourne joke.
Did I? Oh, Gasly's off the track. Run wide at the exit, the last corner
That was
Yay!
before
Gas-
coming into the pit lane.
That was
Sainz.
Sainz.
Did I say Gasly?
Yes,
Yeah.
it said
Sorry, I meant-
Gasly.
I meant
Gasly
Sainz.
used
What
to
a
be
ghastly mistake.
I say that
What a
because
ghastly
Yeah,
mistake.
sorry about that. It's early. I say Gasly because there was
He's
just
never.
he's in fourth
he's-
place.
I don't remember him ever driving for McLaren.
No, neither do I.
You should.
Let's have a look then. What happened coming into the
Why
last
is it-
corner? Catches on those curbs you were on about earlier, Dad, and just absolutely, went off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're too high. It's the yellow bit. Just finding the limits, okay, sciencey babes.
Just finding the
Just
limits.
like your dad, you're going rallying.
Well, I think who was that rallying said the last time out that that's what helped. Science said that his rallying experience helped him in the wet conditions of Portugal on the early start of the race.
Do you know they've got a ranch
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere, and it's got a full rally track, about 1.5 2 mile rally track, with all the little pitfalls that you would find in rallying on, right? And since he was a little boy, he's been racing cars around that rally track.
Yeah.
Right. The other one is the two fins. It's part of your driving test in Finland, to slide.
Yes.
Because of
Finland's
the ice
slide,
and the
that's
snow.
slide, yeah.
And so they're good at that sort of thing as well. And of course, Kimi like his family members, who were
Yeah.
really good at it, has gone rallying himself.
I can't remember. Mika Hakkinen still does some rally racing, but he's very much mainly retired.
Max
Better
is-
turn
Max
the
is-
mic off quick.
Yeah, I've just noticed Megan's shield falling off.
Ma-
I looked over and suddenly there's no mic shield.
I'm sure Max's mother used to do a form of rallying.
Max's mother still does race, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember, yeah.
she does. She races saloon cars. Doesn't she?
I think
And
it's Sophia, her name.
Sophia.
I want to get that right and spot on.
Is there another little Verstappen? Well,
Yeah, little boy coming soon, isn't there?
Yeah, but as
At least he won't have
little
to
and
buy
had
any
it.
more handbags, maybe.
And small prams. It's a baby boy.
Yeah.
Verstappen to the line now, though. Goes
No,
top.
nappy bags.
He's going to
115.
have to buy a lot of clothes, isn't he?
Nappy bags.
115.336 for Verstappen top. There's the old line. I'm really annoyed they've moved it, actually. I'm really annoyed they've moved the Imola line.
It's
What
always
is-
been one of the greenish tracks, along with Spa.
Yeah. And this is Latifi.
Still haven't done me.
Oh, brake failure for Latifi. So he's coming to the pit lane, having to coast.
Still
and
haven't
the
done me
brakes have
Melbourne
failed.
joke, have I?
What?
Still not let me do the Melbourne joke.
Imola,
Is he?
Turkey, Bahrain. No, there's 5 races left, Gwenwen. I just noticed there's 5 races left.
Why is
Here in
it-
Imola, Turkey, 2 in Bahrain, and 1 in Abu Dhabi.
And is it for next year's calendar? Is it Vietnam? What's that?
Vietnam back on the calendar next
on the
year.
calendar for
as
next year.
That's round 4. Going
I'll-
further on, hang on, 2 seconds,
you know,
we've got Zandvoort's later on in the year, but Saudi Arabia's coming on.
It's good. It's good that you're going back to Vietnam because it's
Yeah.
really got soul.
What?
It's really got
Oh,
soul.
very funny. What the hell? The car is so understeery, says Leclerc.
Is that there or is it in Korea?
That's Korea with Seoul.
Oh, you're making a career of this.
I think that eye roll was audible. Just going with it as well. Yeah, Saudi Arabia joining the calendar
Used to be
for
called
20...
Ho Chi Minh City, didn't it? Or something
something
like that.
like that,
Can we talk about this?
Saigon.
2 seconds.
Saigon was its
Yeah.
name, and then when the war ended, it was changed to Ho Chi Minh. I don't know what it is now. Is it back to Saigon?
Think so.
don't
I
know.
think it might be. Yeah, Saudi Arabia joining the calendar. How do we all feel about that? I mean, personally, they're not the greatest human rights record, and not really a place for
Neither's
Formula 1.
Turkey.
Neither's Turkey. That's exactly the point. Yeah, but
Neither is a lot of other countries.
but
China is the worst, but we all go there.
I like the fact that they are actually trying Saudi Arabia. Not well.
What? Do you think they'll be found guilty?
Very funny. No, but Saudi
No,
Arabia are trying a little bit.
Abu Dhabi,
Yeah.
United Arab Emirates, we've had staff members from where was it? At one of the Arab tracks. We've had staff members
Oh, I
arrested.
know.
And Formula One should keep out of politics.
I can't remember which track we've actually had some problems with.
It's not easy. We should leave politics up to the politicians.
Is that burning
we
you?
should no.
No.
We should call out any atrocity and any like Desiree Ratcliffe. What's her name? Our British lady that is being held in Iran.
Oh, I can't remember.
Naziri
It's
Ratcliffe.
awful. I know exactly who she is as well, but yeah.
Yeah, and all that. The truth of that is, and neither government will admit it, it's because of £600 million for unpaid tanks.
It's ridiculous.
So she's like a pawn, and the poor lady hasn't seen her little girl grow up, and
yeah.
she's been
She's
in such horrible
having
conditions.
Years of her life wasted.
It's
wasted.
horrible. It's a horrible situation.
But there's countries like that, and we're not exactly exempt from that, right? We're one of the better ones, but right, you try living under the Tories.
For another 5 years. Somebody send help. Yeah, send
Wait.
food.
That means we lived under a Tory rule for 15 years. That's most of my life.
Yeah, by the time you're 20, you would have had the Conservatives running for 15.
That's 3/4 of my life by the time it's.
I know. I'm just thankful, actually, to get back on the track.
I am-
That's exactly where I wanted that conversation to go, by the way. So, for once, tick that off. We've actually done a practice commentary segment correctly. That's exactly where I wanted that to go with bringing up Saudi Arabia. Moving further
Yeah,
on.
but
to Sticks.
Saudi Arabia has it puts so much money into sport all over the world. Where would the likes of Manchester City be without Saudi Arabia?
They had the boxing recently as well.
And a dozen other sports and things like that. It's up to the if they don't agree with, and I don't agree with their human rights record. They've only just. What's she just post?
I think Megan has just knocked over my notes.
Continue.
I don't
So-
know what she knocked over. I think it was my notes on the side of the
The thing
commentary
they've
box.
only just.
It was my notes at the side of the commentary box.
Definitely not.
Go on.
We've only just got women being able to drive in Saudi Arabia, right? And I think that is the reward that they've been given a Grand Prix for letting women drive. But women should be able to drive.
They've got they've got Formula E. They've had it for 2
Kids
years. now.
shouldn't
If
because
I was there, I would definitely shout at them.
kids shouldn't because they might drive like Megan.
Oh dear.
Megan is.
I don't agree with breaking on games. In real life, I'm not going to not break.
Breaking on what?
On games.
When it comes to on
Games.
games, it's a matter of beating him and running him off the road.
Yeah, she
You
doesn't
said
break, does she?
you believe in the Kiki Rosberg philosophy as I'm up behind you, see me in your mirrors, I'm coming through, whether I go round or through.
Seems to be right, doesn't it?
That is an actual quote by
It was, yeah.
Kiki Rosberg.
Just going back to the group
he
chat
was very,
quickly.
very right.
Just going back to the group chat, we must talk about Alexander Albon. Very much on the last chance this weekend to decide for 2021.
Do you know, the more I hear Spice Boy and Dr. Helmet
Yeah.
talk about it, it doesn't sound like it is the last chance.
Really? You don't think it is?
I think they wanted Perez, and I don't think they've got him.
No.
I think Perez is going to another team. I think he's secured his drive.
Yeah.
And I've got this feeling that Haas will be the two young lads.
Schumacher
'Cause I think-
and Eilert.
Yeah. Well, not only I like the other one,
Schwartzman.
Schwartzman.
Yeah.
Robert Schwartzman, the Russian lad. I feel that nearly every team has been interested in Perez. The three that are up for drivers, that really were up for drivers and not just playing the field, I think they've all been trying to get him.
Throughout, yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Who do you think he's going to go with?
I'm trying to think. Red Bull.
I think Haas.
Haas is more likely as a development, but I'm not too sure.
Haas, he would bring money to Haas, and Gene has decided that despite being a billionaire, he needs help. And
Personally, I think Albon might leave, not get another seat, and I think Hulkenberg might go to Red Bull. Finally get that podium, maybe.
yeah, the Hulk might get. It's a long shot to get the Hulk back. The Hulk is a good driver, but he did. You've got to remember why they got rid of him in the first place.
Yeah, he wasn't consistent. He never
wasn't
scored a
consistent.
podium.
You know.
He holds the most.
When he's
amount of
motivated,
races.
he's brilliant.
Yeah.
But just like Seb, I don't think he's in it.
He's
Got a lot of things coming up.
Same one. As Albon's run off at turn 9, so he does have his lap time to.
By the way, because of my medication change, I can't actually see any of these graphics.
Yeah,
That
eyesight
one
not
just-
the best. Eyesight not the best at the moment, so I have to say them for him. I think this is some Riberson. I think Albon, I can't even see. I'm gonna cancel. Megan, could you pass me my glasses, please? That's just in front of you, because I can't even see the text at the moment.
Am I the only one
Thank you.
that actually has good?
Yes, you are. So
You
here
are
you go.
only
Look, here
15.
come the old man glasses. I think Albon is
15 and my baby.
I think Albon is a really good driver like Gasly, but the problem is the Red Bull car that is designed to suit Verstappen.
Oh, he's
Completely agree with you.
completely right.
Yeah.
Right, and it's most of the time he's made up in the corners, and getting that car down into those corners safely and out again on the right line. Gasly couldn't do it last year. Alex can do it on certain tracks.
Yeah.
And he can't in others, whereas Gasly couldn't do it in anything. And yet, look what we've seen in AlphaTauri with him.
Yeah, Gasly's a
Gasly-
Grand Prix winner.
Yeah,
He held on to that race with skill as well.
but Christian Spice Boy Horner, he's admitting it now that it's the car rather than the driver.
Yeah.
And if I really don't think he's got Perez. Right.
I don't think Perez would want to go there and play second fiddle again, just like he's doing now.
I don't think Perez would play second fiddle. Ask Ocon if you think Perez will play second fiddle with anybody.
I'm still annoyed that Ron Dennis and McLaren sacked him after 2013. The car was not great in 2013, and then they let him go for Magnussen.
Ron Dennis was under a lot of pressure at that point from all quarters. Right? He was fighting to keep the team, and any little weakness he wanted to change.
I think, what was it? McLaren was like...
Should have given him time.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
look how he is now. He's a brilliant driver.
McLaren was like the Top Gear hosts. It was rotating every year. After Hamilton left, like when Clarkson left Top Gear, everything just kept changing. 2013 was Perez, 14 was Magnussen, 15. I think 15 was Magnussen as well, wasn't it? 16 was Van Dorn. Then we had Alonso back and Button.
Van Dorn doing really well.
And Alonso and Van Dorn, yeah.
Van Dorn is in Formula E, and he's doing really well in that. Found his little niche, right? I do feel that the only reason he was in Formula 1 in the first place was his father-in-law, Jill Farron.
I think Van Dorn got very lucky in Formula 1, but he's shown his talent in Formula E, for sure.
Yeah,
It took him a while to win a race then.
But I'm sorry, I never thought Van Dorn. Everyone was going, oh, he's brilliant and things.
Yeah.
I didn't think he had the speed.
I don't think he did. And he was definitely shown up by Alonso, and then he showed up Alonso in the last year as well.
Fernando's going to show everyone up.
I'm looking forward to next year with Alonso coming back now. I'm a lot more excited than when it was announced back in Austria, because this is going to be so fun.
Fernando and Lewis together was like two geniuses together, and there's not enough room in any team for two geniuses.
The problem was when Alonso left Formula 1, he looked like an old man. He had the hair, he had a bit more of a weight on him, he had the beard, he looked tired all the time. He's come back now. He looks like he's 20 again from 2005. He's got the long flowing hair, he's got no beard, he's got hardly any weight on him at all because he had to slim down to the Indy 500 and the Dakar. He's had a couple of months off racing now, but he's looking 15 years younger.
Right, all these people listening, right, this is a statement that you will find that you don't understand, right? Fernando said that when he left Formula 1, for the first time in his life, he went shopping in a supermarket.
Blimey. I can imagine that, yeah.
You know, and he found it amazing. He's had all that stuff done for him all his life.
And now he's finally...
And now and now having to do things like the washing and things like that. I think at his age, he's just stopped being a teenager for the first time.
Yeah.
And he's much more committed, and I think that Megan won't understand this because she's a teenager. Right? But when you're a teenager, you see the world through blinkered eyes. Right? Sure, you have that little girl from wherever she's from that gets up and shouts at the United Nations. And you're gonna get people like that, like our Meg.
Yeah.
She's older than me.
I know.
She's 18.
Is she older?
Yeah, but she's still a teenager, and so are you.
I know, but she's older than me.
Right,
So it's been
and you're
my
going to get
first
exceptional teenagers, but most teenagers, and you fall into this category for a number of things, not
Do I?
Yes.
that most teenagers have this blinkered outlook on life, where if it doesn't affect them, they're not bothered.
That's
And
my natural outlook.
When you go to the cupboard to get your what tortillas,
Tortilla chips.
tortilla chips to share with me, right? Right.
It's only,
You just
crystal chips I eat.
you just expect them to be there, and that was Fernando,
Yeah.
right? When he went to the fridge to get something, it was always there, and you know.
He's now had to do it on his own and find out his thing, yeah.
I didn't expect them to be there.
There's been a question, what other things has Alonso added to his CV during his 1 to 2 year break? Well, he hasn't won the Indy 500 sadly, but he has won Le Mans twice. He's now a 3-time champion.
He owns a bike
Yeah,
team.
he owns the bike team, yeah. He owns
Yeah,
the
he
car
owns
team.
a push bike team.
Oh, 2 seconds. Magnussen has jumped off at Aquafibiana, so gone straight over the chicane, and look at the bounce on the Haas, hits the curb of the sausage, and
Are we
bumps up
surprised?
twice. No.
Are we surprised? That car looks like it's an American Dodge Charger, right? Police car, chasing after somebody in that little clip.
Mm.
It just the Chargers, they get so powerful. You know, you go back 20 years when the Charger was the mainstay American police car, right? It had massive engine, 170 mile an hour top speed, you know, and its suspension was like that. It
The push,
was riding it up and down, and it's just a fantastic car.
Yeah,
Dodge
so
Charger police car.
love the Dodge. Yellow out on the track again, somewhere on the track. I wonder why that is. I'm having a quick look, but nothing coming on the monitor at the moment.
Robert Kubica there, looking
Gone
well.
green now. So we have had Alonso he's now a 3-time champion as he won the World Endurance Championship, which counts as a world title. So he's a 3-time world champion, 2 in Formula 1, 1 in World Endurance. He's won Le Mans twice overall. So he's got 2 Rolexes and 2 trophies for the 24. He raced in the Dakar. I don't think he finished that. He's failed to qualify for the Indy 500 once. Qualified for the Indy 500, finished in the top 10, I believe, but didn't work out very well.
Lewis
and
going out.
He hasn't raced since August when he was at Indy. As you say, Lewis Hamilton's coming out to the track.
Can we
which-
just say
Go
that
on.
Bottas in this practice session, right? It's falling into like the race where Verstappen is trying really hard.
Yeah.
Bottas isn't quite there, and but I've got a feeling, you know, that this is Bottas's weekend.
I've got a feeling as well. Bottas is looking quite good. But Lewis did something yesterday that he's never, ever done before. Would you like to know?
What?
He did the track walk.
Track walk.
Yeah, went out on a scooter with his engineers and did a track walk. Now, I'm not sure why, but I had a
Roscoe was
suspicion.
trying to keep up with them.
Well, he's never been on this before.
Actually,
It's
Alex
dangerous.
Thompson, who's Jack Aitken's
But
girlfriend,
Roscoe
actually...
kept falling off his scooter.
Alex Thompson, who's
Yeah,
Jack
she is.
Aitken's girlfriend, actually petted Roscoe. And she
Yeah.
was very happy about it.
We all know that for all those before the ring in, we all know Roscoe hasn't got a scooter. He's got a skateboard.
Yeah, Roscoe goes on a little skateboard, doesn't he? That's a remote control one that Lewis does. So, yeah, there you go. Something you didn't know.
Pampered pooch, but he's a lovely little dog, isn't he?
Coco sadly passed away a couple of months ago.
Yeah, and Valtteri is still saying that he didn't feed anything to the dogs, like
Veggie.
because they
They don't eat meat,
it
do
was
they?
vegetarian sausages that he fed to the dogs.
Although I think Lewis does actually have to feed. Don't dogs need some form of meat?
I don't know.
They-
You're the dog
You
expert.
could, say to change the diet up, you could put protein powder.
Never give-
Ah, thank you,
Yes.
Megan.
Never give dogs chocolate. It affects the stomach.
Yeah, it's
It'll
it's
kill them.
poisonous.
It can kill them. There's a poison in
It's
there.
like giving us cyanide.
Don't give me ideas. It's Halloween, remember?
God.
Oh, I know.
I was actually going to wear a mask, but unfortunately,
Megan
I
is
got one.
smiling. Can we sleep with one eye open?
In fact, just thinking about it,
He does
we do
anyway.
have a skull mask in the house. I might pop that on for qualifying.
a skull or a skull?
Skull.
Skull.
Yeah, I'm not going to wear
You had skull
Springfield
headphones,
Elementary on my
didn't
head,
you?
am I? What? I missed that conversation. Sorry, say that
She
again.
had skull headphones.
She still does, I believe.
Yeah, just still do.
We bought them years ago, one Christmas for her.
You have the old version of these headsets as well. For anyone who doesn't remember, until we got these in 2018, that was the old broadcast headphones that Dad's wearing, so we just had to go back. But we'll get it fixed. what should
Yeah,
happen
you
is
can tell the hierarchy, can't you?
what should happen is for these type of sessions when all three of us together, Dad should be wearing this headset, Megan's wearing hers, but then I should have a lip mic.
500 quid, you can forget it, mate.
Oh, just give me about another week and a half. And... replay coming on the board. Lewis Hamilton really throwing that car around. He's on the soft tyres at the moment.
Well, you've got the nose for a lip mic.
I know. I do actually. Look. There you go.
Very Parisian.
Pops
He
on
could be
nicely.
president of France with that nose.
I'm not going there. Lap times deleted for Verstappen,
Yeah,
Raikkonen and Sainz all at turn
It's
10.
awful
actually.
what the French people are going through as well with the attacks on them.
We send our sympathies as well to everybody involved.
Whatever your religion, you shouldn't be attacking each other. Any of you.
Especially at this time when we're sort of supposed to be living together and finding our way through this awful time. I should be Boris Johnson. Maybe not. I'll actually do a better job. Keir Starmer, maybe.
You should replace.
Aha! I'm going there.
You should have seen it. You should have seen Baroness Fazli
I'm used to it.
on How I Got Used to You last night.
I'll be watching later.
For a former Conservative minister who's now in the Lords, right? She's not very pro-Tory.
Isn't she?
No.
It doesn't surprise me.
She even accused Boris of having a drink problem.
Oh, I can believe that.
Or one of the others did.
I can believe that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
the
believe
That's
that.
it.
baby, I
One
don't
of the
think
others
he
asked her
knows
if it
that.
was true that Boris had a drink problem.
I wouldn't be surprised if Boris. Maybe he wasn't actually in hospital with COVID.
I
Maybe
have-
it was just a very, very bad hangover.
I have never thought that Boris has a drink problem.
Well, he had COVID and he also had a new baby, so he's bound to have a couple of
A
drinks.
bit like how Prince Philip mysteriously went to hospital during the Queen's Jubilee after having to stand on a boat outside for 6 hours.
He was freezing.
Yes. What? I've got to do this for
I've
another
got a
3
lot of
days.
time for
It
Prince
hurts. I'm going
Philip.
to. I'm going to hospital. To be fair, I would have done the same. If I had to
He
stand
let
for
you
6
come
hours.
to his home and enjoy. You two sat there with his great niece and great nephew watching Punch and Judy when
I think
you
you
were
mentioned that in Portugal.
yeah when you were
Get
little.
along with them.
Yeah, well that's fine.
Megan, actually.
Sarah Chatto's kids.
Yeah. Do you ever bring that up at school, Megan?
What?
Chatting with royalty. Playing with royalty. Because you were running around with them,
They
picking
don't even
dandelions.
Some of them don't
They were
even
just
believe
kids.
that I'm descended from William the Conqueror.
Oh, I definitely can.
Oh well, yeah, you are. Look at the nose.
Yeah, the button
Joshua
nose. Yeah.
has more than
No,
those.
Megan's got the button nose. I've got the Birch Man nose, which is the same as the long one. You've got it, Grenad's got it, Andrew's got it, Stephen's got it. David
it's small
doesn't actually.
nose.
David, I think, is the only one who doesn't. He's got the button nose, same as Megan.
Yeah.
Kellyanne actually has the nose.
Me
Hi,
and
Kel.
Leah just like we
Sorry,
bypassed everything.
just got a question here. Well, I've just had the reason
Even
why. Now, I've been saying, for those of you who've been saying, I've been asking why exactly have they changed the grid position here at Imola, and I've got the answer. I've just on my watch. I had the answer just a second ago. So I want to bring it up.
The answer, my friends.
2
there's
seconds.
something going wrong with this. Oh, that's better. Is it?
How can you tell?
Yeah, it's fine. So just quickly, the reason why they've tried to change the start position back to the other start position at the exit of the corner is because there is a bridge at the old start line, and you can't move it. It's a very tall bridge. You've seen it before. But their light gantry is way up in the air, and the drivers can't see it because of the halo.
There's a number of tracks where they've had to put other
Yeah.
lights in because the guys at the back of the grid can't. See.
Yeah. So whereas there's the bridge and the light gantry's right up there, the drivers can't see because of the halo, the lights. So they've had to move it back to the other start line, which is further down the grid, and set up where the repeater lights would be for the GT Endurance. They've built a little gantry, and that's where the start grid is. So that is the reason why the grid has changed here at Imola. Because of the halo, they can't look up further enough
Who's
to
that?
see
I
where the lights would
recognise
be.
him.
That's Christine Horner.
No, not.
Oh, that
Chris.
the other one was Cyril People.
No, the grey-haired man.
No idea who we were looking at.
Tamburella? Not Tam.
That's down at Timberland.
No, when the used to race before a lazy for Ferrari with the.
Burger. What was it?
No, it's not Berger.
Oh. I'm going to have to Google this now.
Anyway,
Go on.
I don't know who that was, but he looked so familiar. Looked like a famous Italian racing driver. He also looked a bit like the guy who used to present The Tonight Show. Jay Leno.
JJ Leto? No, he's dead, isn't he?
I don't know.
I
Is
think
Leto dead?
I'm not sure. I want to say yes, because I swear he died in a testing accident.
He's now looking at the history of Ferrari.
I am.
She's only 17.
Was it
1700
He wasn't
pages
Jody Scheckter.
long. No,
Jody.
Scheckter's the South African who lives in Wiltshire.
Was it Stefan Johansson?
It could be. Because Johansson is actually a driver.
Yeah.
No, hang on.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
There you go. Here's
No,
a
it's
picture.
not. I've seen Johansson recently because he's one of the driver coaches of somebody. And
Was it Arnu?
No, Rennie Arnou's dead, isn't he?
No, Rennie Arnu's still alive.
Anyway,
72.
no, because Rennie Arnoux was very French, isn't he? Anyway,
No, Alboretto's dead. He died in 2001.
Michele Alboreto. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we know his lads are in Formula One, aren't they?
Yes, the Alborettos.
One's an engineer with
It wasn't Prost, was
with
it?
Mercedes.
It wasn't. You'd know.
I
Prost.
would know Prost. No, I don't know.
I
Let's
don't know.
forget
You did
it.
say earlier your medication. make you
Anybody-
can't see clearly.
Anybody who recognises who the grey-haired man was just on the telly a few minutes ago, or even was told who he is, can you please ring in?
Wasn't John
Well,
Barnard.
Text in.
Text in. Send us a message.
On the group.
Oh, yeah, on the group chat. We have it open. Not sure who it was though. I am desperately trying to find out as we've got 27:55 to go here.
Where's Susan?
Susan.
Yeah, we're desperately seeking Susan.
Just wondering what you're on about there. Was it Morbidelli?
Could be. No. Oh, I don't know. No.
Charlie Morbidelli.
Gianni.
Burger and Lazy. No.
Let us find out later. We can watch the Sky coverage back and find out.
And we'll get me and Megan to get back to you in qualifying
And-
whenever we're on. Well, qualifying's in 3 hours, isn't it? 2.5 hours after. We're on 5 minutes before the start of the session. Oh, I'm hungry now. My stomach's just gone.
No, we've not been to Hungary this year.
Yes, we have. Round 3.
Did we?
Yeah.
I never went. Did you go? Was you hungry?
Not sure.
You were always hungry.
Yeah.
Megan, you did do Hungary, I believe.
It all fades into one.
It does, doesn't it? I thought this year would be very annoying, but
It's quite strange. It's actually now it's understeer, just really bad on curb riding. Yeah, well that's because of the ride height
It's an
on
album.
the Red Bull. We were saying that last time. The ride height is changed on the Red Bull, and if it was in British touring cars, the little paint roller wouldn't go underneath.
Riberson saying that Verstappen looking quite quick round here. Could he take pole position?
Yeah, easily. I was saying earlier on that Verstappen and Hamilton are the two that are showing in the early stages of this practice.
But Bottas could have
that
the
they were on
advantage,
it.
yeah.
Bottas was slightly behind, and so Ricciardo's doing brilliantly. Ocon is following him. Now, we've not been very good with Ocon recently because
Yeah.
we feel that he's not trying enough.
Ocon needs to improve. and we
He's
said
too
that at
steady.
Portugal, didn't we?
He's too steady.
Although-
Whereas he used to have, and he used to make a lot of mistakes. He used to crash a lot into Perez and things like that. And Perez used to crash into him because they basically were the same type of driver.
He does
Right.
now hold the record, though, for the longest stint on a Pirelli tyre.
Yeah, that was amazing. We thought he was going to blow, didn't we?
Megan wasn't here.
Megan,
It was me.
Megan.
No idea what's going on there. I thought Megan was going to ask a question.
I don't know.
We
Megan
have a
wasn't in Portugal.
we have a heater under the desk that seems to be putting Megan to sleep.
I'm looking forward to when we go to qualifying because it's me and Megan in the box. No, we missed it. Sorry.
I was putting
There's the bridge, look. And there's the gantry at the top.
Gantry.
Do you know
So
I was
that is why
putting
we're
me
having the
to
problems.
Sleep, having nearly no sleep.
Why didn't you have any sleep?
Oh, she's always up.
I had 5.5 hours sleep
Oh
last
God,
night.
these
Club.
two.
No, I got up at 5:30, got all the graphics ready, made the intro, and then I went to sleep for 45 minutes, and then I got up again and had to do the lap attack a bit. Then I had to come down to the box and get everything ready. It was a
fell
very mad
asleep
rush this
at
morning.
3.
It was a mad rush this morning, okay?
I fell asleep at 3 and woke up at 7, though I kept going to sleep.
That's
until
wrong.
8.
All good so far? As how long's left on the clock?
It's called being a
24
teenager.
minutes,
They
okay.
all did it, Megan. They all did it.
No, it's called being me because I'd done this way before I was a teenager.
You're just mean. 24 minutes ago, here is Esteban Ocon now, coming down to the chicane at turns 14 and 15.
Mean and a night owl.
I do admit, I do love Imola, and I'm
Megan-
liking its bag. but
Megan, when
it's-
she was a baby, obviously was in our room, and like when she was about 2, I used to come in and get to bed after the night shift, and then you'd all of a sudden you'd look round and you'd look up and she's there stood in her cot going,
just staring at you.
doing a Baby Simpson impression from
Maggie.
Maggie Simpson impression.
Oh, it's Treehouse of Horror night tonight. Anybody who watches that, that's going to be fantastic. So,
We're gonna have a COVID treehouse of horror tonight.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
might do.
They're all gonna wear masks.
No, I don't think there is actually trick or treating allowed, which doesn't really affect
Yay,
us.
what's it to us?
No, they are. There is.
Oh, there is.
But
Okay.
whether anyone will do it around here, I don't know.
I'm not sure. Go again.
Please.
We got
Don't.
30 odd people last year, didn't we? 30 odd kids.
37.
I know
37
we've got the sweets this year. I don't want anyone to come actually because
Yeah, neither do I.
Ah,
the sweets are
God.
too delicious.
Traditions.
And we've got brownies as well.
We've got hot dogs.
I'm thinking about getting some ice cream, but that might be.
We
okay.
got hot dogs. We got the biggest, the best
What
hot
did you say?
dogs
What
in
did
the
you
whole
say?
of the world.
Oh,
We've even got
What
a,
did you say?
we've
What
had-
did you say?
even got a little boats to put them in.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, and some fries and chips.
do you know what, Josh? You do that all the time, don't you?
Fries
Try
are
and scare
chips,
me
aren't
out of my wits.
Yeah, just so anybody knows, if I don't ever knock on Megan's door
No.
because I already know what she'll just be sat there working in her textbooks.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she has a lock on it called
Yeah,
the door of her doll's house from when she was little.
yeah.
But
she
she
locks
pulls
the
her
It's
door.
car.
handy to like keep things in. That's why. I
So
love it.
basically, if I want to speak to Megan, I basically just open the door as quick as I can and go, Megan, do you want to see my new chair? Sound like your mask? And then she goes, ah.
She's even put a table behind the door with a little note on the door saying, "Do not knock the table over."
Yeah, I'm surprised that stayed on so long. Joshua wrote that for me.
Yeah, but Megan was ill actually, I believe, a couple of weeks ago. Not months ago.
Have we
now.
got anything
It
else?
was months ago.
Nothing coming on the
Oh
chat.
my god, this family and time. Your lot's concept of time is like.
I'm sorry, we're busy.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you all have bad memories when it comes to the dates.
Yeah, my fault.
What
Date-
great grandma
We only
said
have dates at
was-
Christmas.
it's like when you reach 21, it all
There you
starts
go, Mum.
blending in, and it's like, oh, this family.
It does all start blending in. For God's sake, look, this is round 13 of the season. And we've only got 5 races left, including this one.
Never met the
And
woman,
it
but
feel-
she's so smart.
It feels like it's round 2.
She's watching you.
Yeah, look, so are several other people.
So what's on the left hand side?
So I was just showing the timing graphic, which is Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas, top 3.
So you've got a timing graphic.
I have a timing graphic, yeah.
Doesn't he go on?
Well, do you remember that somebody asked it for it? I think it was actually
Yeah.
you, Rabson, who mentioned it in Portugal. Look, I've got one for you.
Right. Any other news that we haven't talked about?
Williams securing Latifi and Russell for 2021. I think we touched on that. That wasn't
Can't
really
afford
a
anyone
surprise.
else.
Yeah.
Can't afford to buy either of them out. Can't afford not to have Latifi's dad's money.
We've talked about Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo,
Yeah. I think we've
Uh,
talked about everything.
No, we talked about Lewis.
Sorry, that's a coughing fit in the corner.
Why didn't you carry on speaking after he
Well,
paused?
we talked about Lewis and the fact that Lewis, if there is a problem this weekend, right, it could be that it's after the Lord Mayor's show for Lewis.
What
Right.
way? Oh, yeah.
He's achieved the 92, which he's been striving for, right?
He needs to win a 7th title, doesn't he? Which Mercedes could win their title this weekend, but Lewis don't think can. If Megan passes me my calculator, which is somewhere around there. Forget it. I need to tidy that area
Wait.
of the box up.
I just feel that
You
like,
borrowed my calculator, Ari. Did you bring it back?
No, it's in my room.
I just feel that this it was a replay.
What's happened here?
He's
Leclerc has
gone
run off the track at turn 9.
Oh, big deal.
Just that's down after
The Ferrari
Teresa.
has been a bit better in the last few races.
4th last time out.
Look at the flexing of that ring.
Yeah, Leclerc.
If it was flexing at the front, it'd be illegal. if it was, in the middle.
This is Ferrari's second race that is closest to home, along with Mugello and here in Emilia-Romagna. But Monza is actually their furthest away from home. The two closest is these two. Our third race in Italy, and it's looking quite good. Although Imola was sort of always going to come back on the calendar.
Isn't Monza close to the border with something else?
Not sure actually. I think Monza is a bit closer. I think Mugello was closer to Fiorano. But this is just next to it. I'm not sure because this is the border of San Marino. Why? I do actually know the reason why this race is not called the San Marino Grand Prix for two reasons. One, the San Marinian government didn't want to race back, and two, MotoGP and Misano World Circuit.
San Marino's a principality, isn't it?
Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli holds the rights to the name of the San Marino Grand Prix with MotoGP. So just like their second race at Misano for MotoGP, this race here in Imola becomes the region's name of Emilia-Romagna.
And it's actually the 7th name this Grand Prix has had.
Yeah, well, it's been Italy, San Marino, European, Emilia-Romagna. That's 4. The 5th one I can't remember. Imola, it was just as well.
Martin knows them all.
Yeah, we'll have to go back to him on that one. But yeah.
Crofty knows them all.
I'm not going to trust Crofty on that one. After he said that the Nürburgring only had 2 different names, when he's actually had 4, 5. Let's see, German, European, Luxembourg, Eiffel. 4. Azerbaijan.
I don't know about
2.
anybody listening, but I don't think this practice session has been that informative or entertaining.
Megs, who's done the most laps? I think it's Hamilton at 32 with Bottas the same. Oh no.
36 for Gasly.
Oh, Kvyat 37.
37 for Kvyat.
So they've been having the fastest the run. So yeah, this is interesting. Ferrari have won 6 of the last 8 races here at Monza, all of them with Schumacher. There you go, just add him on.
Yeah, actually, when Sky were looking for a clip of the lap, they had to go all the way back to Michael's.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't use one for 2008, which is the same track, which I think Luca Badoa did. But yeah, Alpha Touray did a test run round here a couple of weeks ago, before we came in. But it's a new pit building, built in the late 2000s. It restored the start-finish straight to the 1970s configuration.
How's the lad that got run over? Is he back?
Pardon?
How's the lad that got run over a couple of years ago? Did he actually get back?
Oh yeah, broke his leg, but he was back. Mechanic. Yeah, he's back.
Guy with the beard.
16 minutes to go of the session. And as I try and sort this headset out, which is...
They're all just
ridiculous.
too casual this weekend.
2-day event, and this is the only practice session going straight into qualifying. I think qualifying is where we're going to see more action, and definitely the race. But you're right, so far they've been a bit lazy.
Even Ferrari's fuel and light rigs, not fuel, but light rigs and that, are just so elaborate.
It's very weird, isn't it? This has not been exactly the...
They were the first people to invent the traffic light system, wasn't they?
Yeah, that was in, 2007 they added it in. Then they got rid of it for a couple of years after Felipe Massa lost out in Singapore and he took the fuel rig away with him. And arguably that cost Massa the title, because if Massa had won that race, he would have won the title by 9 points to Hamilton. So there you go.
I remember the fuel rig trailing behind him.
Gwen Wynn has just asked in the chat as well. What do you make of Toto talking about a good transition whenever Lewis or him or anyone from Mercedes leaves? Well, I don't think... I brought this theory up in Portugal, that Lewis actually is retiring.
With the Extreme, because he SUVs racing across areas of this world which don't usually get a lot of coverage. Yeah. And... to promote them, and he's very committed to that, but he can do both.
I think actually that my theory now doesn't
really
work.
I drive himself.
No, my theory doesn't really work now because it all depends on Russell not getting contract Williams, but he signed it for 2021. So I think now that that's been announced this weekend, I think what's going to happen is Lewis is going to have a 1-year contract with Mercedes,
Lewis has
get the 8th
said,
title, and then retire.
Lewis and Toto have said that there is no problem. It's just finding the time to do it. I think that's a load of rubbish. I think the problem is the fact that Lewis hasn't decided whether or not he wants a year's contract or a 3 years contract, and that's because Toto hasn't decided whether or not he's staying or not.
Yeah, I think it'll be a 1 year.
I think it'd be a 1 year just to see where the land lies.
Oh, hello. Italy has hosted at least one race in every F1 year and becomes the first country to host 100 World Championship races with this.
Because of the fact that for years and years
it was
they
two,
had
wasn't it? Yeah.
San Marino and the Italian Grand Prix.
Since 1980 there,
We used to have two. We used to have Brands Hatch and Silverstone.
Yeah.
And every so often Donington.
Oh, that 93 race. Everybody was saying, can we please go back to Donington this year? If we go back to Wimbledon, can we go back to Donington? I would say yes.
It was one of Senna's best races.
I think it was the best one. I'm saying that. I think up there with Portugal 85.
The track doesn't exist. We actually went past it. Me and David, when we was coming back from Crewe, we went the AM6 way and across to Nottingham, and because there was all sorts of roadwork trouble the other way.
Yeah.
And we actually went past Donington when the guy had bought it, and he'd really destroyed it. There was
simply sausages.
There was hardly any of the track left, and it looked sad. It really did look sad place.
But
it's
Palmer,
back.
Jonathan Palmer.
He's one of his 8 or 9 circuits in this country, and he spent a lot of money on it.
And it's looking gooder and better than ever. I went there in 2017.
And the Welsh Grand Prix didn't ever turn up, did it?
No.
The new racetrack in Wales was going to be better than Silverstone.
It slightly annoyed me that MotoGP actually awarded Wales the British Grand Prix. I mean, it's like saying, right, we're going to go to Scotland and we're going to have the British Grand Prix.
But they had to change to Silverstone because there was no track.
There was no track, so Silverstone's got the contract.
It's all pie in the sky.
Yeah. Personally, I would have loved to have seen the Scottish Grand Prix on the calendar because they're just like Britain. If it does really well, it's the British Grand Prix.
This heat is brilliant. It's keeping my legs warm, but it's making me sleepy.
Yeah, no, it's making me sleepy. But yeah, as I say, if we have a track in Scotland, if it does really, really well, it's the British Grand Prix. If it doesn't do well,
it's the Scottish.
It's the Scottish Grand Prix. Like Andy Murray, British. David Coulthard, Scottish. That's a joke there from James.
If there's a knock on the door, it'd be DC.
That's a joke there. I've locked the commentary box. We need more old F1 circuits on the F1 calendar. Completely agree. I had this idea. Let's have a European Grand Prix added to the calendar and bring back one classic race every year and then have them on rotation. Because who doesn't want Tuscany back? Who doesn't want Portugal back? Let's bring back a European Grand Prix. There's the old chicane.
Also, you've got to figure out where you put these things in the calendar.
Yeah.
I mean, the last race weekend was virtually a winter Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Which is dangerous. You had the situation in IndyCar where what was supposed to be the first or second race of the year ended up being the last race of the year, and the weather wasn't kind.
It was weird, that race.
It was weird.
Yeah. The safety car ran out of fuel.
Yes, that was brilliant. We've never seen that before, have we, Meg?
No. We got close to it in F1 in Fiji.
In IndyCar, the safety car ran out of fuel.
That's bad luck.
Yeah, he had to come in, and then he missed its own pit box.
Yeah,
and
because the IndyCars race on ethanol.
Yeah.
It was a problem. It was a case of having to.
They had another medical car
get another car there with like you would have on a normal car, with a little can of petrol, just to get them started so they can go around and fill up.
And it was just in case. I was so glad we never.
Yeah, and the situation there was that the lead car became the safety car.
Yeah, Newgarden led the race as the safety car. One of my recurring nightmares as a child, and this is going to sound ridiculous, was actually having a stagecoach bus as the safety car, and it crashed into the wall in Austria. No idea why that happened.
Do you know what my recurring nightmare was? That a monster from Doctor Who was chasing me throughout my school.
Oh, sorry,
I remember that guy on Beachy
Yeah, go on.
Head. I remember that guy on the Stagecoach bus on Beachy Head. And he was going to commit suicide. He was going to drive the bus off the top of Beachy Head because he had so much debt problems. But fortunately for him, the 72 passengers on board had a whip round.
That's a joke. Grenville is just saying, sorry, but I still laugh at the South Australia as we robbed the Australian Grand Prix from them. Yeah, they did. Adelaide now no longer even a Grand Prix for the V8 supercars. The Adelaide 500 has
That's
been
because of
cancelled.
COVID.
No, it's permanently gone. I mean, I can't believe it. I absolutely hate that idea. I love Adelaide, and I want it so much. But yes, Melbourne
Are you okay?
is a great place for the race.
You okay?
And I can't... What?
Yes.
Megan's asking
Just
you again.
yawning.
Yeah, Melbourne, a great place for the race, and it is...
Adelaide was as well.
Adelaide was as well, yeah. But I think Melbourne is due to host the season opener next year on the 21st of March. It
The
will be
nice,
live
friendly people
throughout.
in Melbourne, though.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody in the street is friendly. Because when you've got good neighbours, you've got good friends.
Damn it.
I finally got it in. Hour and a half afterwards.
Graham says, nah, the Premier says it has no public support. Oh, is that
The
for
premier
Adelaide?
the premier of
Yeah.
the district, the
That's for Adelaide.
area it is.
That's ridiculous.
Oh,
Adelaide has no public support.
No, because the gig.
For their race?
Remember, all
Yeah.
the states are short of money at the moment because coronavirus. And
Yeah,
it's
it
the
affects
same.
everyone in Australia.
It's the same in
yeah.
this country. You know, all our councils are short of money because this is a very expensive virus if you're the government or the local authority dealing
Yeah.
with it, and you have to make cuts somewhere, right? All of this might come back in a few years, but at the moment, right, it's people and protecting people that should come first.
Two things I want to bring up. One is
That was a party
that
political broadcast on behalf of the Ian Party.
one said that Grenwyn said that is this. I can't remember what it was going. We should have a New Zealand Grand Prix. They've got a good hold of the pandemic. Agree. We should. It should back to back with Australia. Makes a lot of
should we
sense.
take notes from New Zealand?
Yes. And also want to bring up as well that now that the UK looks to be going into another lockdown, that cancels the end of the British Touring Car Championship.
Don't go in, stay in, don't go out, don't
does
go out.
it
Go
though?
to school, go, have a meal.
Yeah.
Go to school, go,
I love
stay
that.
in, stay in.
My school
I never
had
had it.
two cases of coronavirus. Oh yes, we want students to go to school. Oh, so you're sending the future of a generation out to get killed. Oh, lovely, thanks.
Well, to be fair, I know
That
you're a
was a
head
party
teacher. and
political
there's no difference
broadcast
there.
on behalf of the Meghan Party.
You don't say anything.
Sponsored by Biden.
7 minutes to go of the session. If you're in America, I think your votes are just coming up for the president election. Is
If
that
you're in
the line of
America,
thoughts?
like,
Vote sensibly.
vote
please.
sensibly, vote Biden.
That means don't ever vote Trump. And what was you all thinking when you did?
I think America must have been
What were-
fooled. Or I think the Russians might have
What
been.
were we thinking when we voted for Boris? They're both the same.
We didn't.
Right?
I don't know what you did.
Yeah, Biden's not the most brilliant person in the world to be president either.
Better than Trump.
Oops!
But-
Oh, I've never seen that before.
but-
The helicopter just had a wobble.
I do think that Trump has been the worst president ever.
I can
Yeah.
think of a couple.
Yeah, and some presidents were slave owners.
Yes, they were. Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the. But that was why there was an American Civil War, Meg.
Oh, I think
I know.
we're glitching somehow on the. I need to have a look at this. No, I think we're okay.
I
Is it-
hate Trump. Has he still got coronavirus? Because he's like 73 years old. That
Yeah.
means he's in the high risk
What
category.
we
He should be
worry
dead or
about,
something.
what we worry about in this country is that he comes back to live in Scotland.
Oh,
No.
he's Scottish after all.
He owns vast amounts of land in Scotland because his mother was Scottish.
Yes.
You know.
I think we are actually okay now. I don't know. Sorry if we had a little bit of a picture breakup on the monitor.
Only on Josh's side, so that's good. Our profiles were still okay, Meg.
Oh, yes, we did. Unfortunately, we did have a little thing there. I think I know why. I'm fixing the issue now. But yeah, apologies for that. Look, we've got the driver tracker working now because
It happens with everybody. Sky, everybody. BBC,
graphical errors.
right?
Yeah.
NBC.
What was America thinking? when they
I don't know.
voted Trump?
5 minutes, 15 seconds to go at the moment then here.
They have weird things like I was watching I think it was CBS or NBC the other day,
Yeah.
and the advert came up about one of his backroom staff.
Yeah.
One of Biden's backroom staff, ex-military guy, and I absolutely destroyed him on this advert. You know, called into question everything about him. Right? We wouldn't have that in this country. It wouldn't be allowed.
No, wouldn't be allowed.
Right? And at the very end it says, you know, sponsored by Trump, re-election 2020. And you know, you shouldn't be allowed to, because it's like in these debates, right? We don't know what Biden or his son got up to, right? If there's a problem there, the FBI should be looking at it, right? But I shouldn't shout too loud, Mr. Trump.
Yes.
Have you seen Jared? He's, you know, in Spitting Image.
Yes, I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah,
Gwenwyn's
Spitting Image is back.
Gwenwyn is going to venture onto the politics, she says, and goes, where to hold the season opener next season, and we're in lockdown for 6 months. South Australia apparently was good when they were in lockdown less than 3 months. Interesting.
Well, hopefully we'll go further than Europe next year.
Yeah, it's been a Central Europe season, hasn't we? We're off to
Why not
Eurasia.
Why not hold the opener in Austin?
It's ridiculous. That is ridiculous to hold it there. It's freezing that time of year in America in March. I mean,
So,
don't you remember MotoGP go there?
Don't you
in
remember the
in-
last GP race?
Yeah.
It was freezing then.
in the MotoGP? I think that was the last one there, actually. I'm so disappointed we lost out in the Australians this year.
That shows, listeners, how entertaining this practice session has been.
Yeah.
When you squeeze all the development and you know, the outcomes of each little task for the race into 1.5 hours, instead of spread it over 3 practice sessions, you just don't get a realistic view. This is also a circuit that only about 3 drivers have ever driven on, so you want, for safety reasons, you want them to get used to the circuit. It was because of COVID-19 and logistics involving the transportation of the units in the paddock from Portugal.
Would you like to know something? Of drivers who've driven here in Formula 1, there's only one.
Yeah, Raikkonen, he came 5th in the last
You
race
said that
here.
at the beginning of the hour, didn't you?
Yeah.
So
Hour and a half.
it's only hour and a half. Thank you, Megan.
I think this track also suits AlphaTauri, actually.
Yeah.
This low downforce and really, really strong downforce will suit the Mercedes, it'll suit the Pink Mercs, and it'll suit AlphaTauri.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think it'll suit Williams. I think it's like Austria. Williams have never done very well at this sort of track.
It's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? And qualifying coming up. I don't know where you are for qualifying. Are you joining us, or are you just going to watch it?
I don't know.
Well, we'll see what happens. I know you're in the box regardless.
I've been up and down this week with illness.
Yeah, and Megan
And he
then.
puts me in front of a fan that is actually. I know I've got shorts on.
It's
you know?
very nice though. Would you rather be freezing or warm?
Freezing.
I'd rather be warm. It's lovely in here. I mean, we're in a convert.
The only
garage.
good thing
It's
is
nice.
like that the heat in here now is doing wonders for my tomato plants.
And,
I'm growing cucumbers over there.
Oh, I knew we were going with that one. We've had lot of problems with track limits today. Quite a lot of them have been turned off.
Yeah, because they're not used to the track.
Yeah, everyone's going off wide. Look, there's the line.
As Thingy went off earlier, Saints. I'm
Oh, hello, we've got a
pushing
race
it
here.
to the limit. Was that a hit? Was that Sainz?
Oh, we've got Sainz.
Why have we got all these cars in a practice session together?
Because everyone's come out onto the track, and we've got Verstappen, Sainz, and Bottas led around by, I think, Giovinazzi and Raikkonen, and they're all together because of the practice start they have to do at the end of the session. Bottas being on the radio saying, why have we got all the cars together? Hamilton's there as well now. But because the pit exit here is so small, they're not allowed to do practice starts in the pit lane. They have to do practice starts on the grid. So with 18 seconds left, they're all heading out onto the track to be there when the session ticks over to the checkered, which is coming up soon.
One of the Pink Mercs isn't going to make it.
Stroll.
Perez.
3, 2, 1, and the session is over. Checkered flag is out. The session
Russell,
is over. Finished.
Latifi, and Perez, Norris, and Leclerc not getting round for the for another lap.
Yep. So Vettel finishes 12th. Megan,
I can't hear anything.
what about now?
Kind of.
If I do this,
Ah!
That's a bit better.
there you go. I've
Yeah,
electrocuted
that's
Dad.
better.
We've got Hamilton
Always a good
top.
one.
Hamilton top then for Verstappen, Bottas, Gasly, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Ocon, Kvyat, Albon, Stroll. Top 10, Perez, Vettel, Grosjean, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Norris, Raikkonen, Russell, Magnussen and Latifi.
I
Includes the
am
running
glad there
orders.
hasn't been any delay in this because my stick is about to run out in 15 minutes.
Oh bloody hell then, yeah. Better get you better give me
Language,
one.
Timothy.
You better give me one and I'll clear it onto the computer. So
I need
FP1
two,
is over.
really. I need two, but it
I
doesn't
can
matter.
clear both onto the computer. The session is over. The only practice session for this weekend. 90 minutes of action completed. This is going to be interesting going into qualifying the race. Only 2 sessions left.
There was about 4 different times when there was action. To use the
Yeah.
terms 90 minutes of action would betray Description Act, Josh.
Yeah, we can't do it, can we?
Right.
I'll
I
change the
think
words.
this shows that they were planning this for some of the races next year, and I don't feel it'll work.
I know, one practice session. We'll see what happens with qualifying in the race. But
Not making any predictions about Vettel and Lance this week.
yes, I know where you're going with that one.
Right, but I feel Lance is walking around in a bit of a daze, and Sebastian, I don't think he's interested. I think he's thinking about next year.
I'm just trying to check when this session is.
He's not the only one though.
Next.
There
Go
are
on.
there are others who are acting like this is coming to the back end of the season. There's nowhere for them to go, and nothing. It's a bit like in football when, there's 3 matches left and and relegation and promotion have been sorted out. Bit of a waste of time.
Hamilton's clearly won the title, so we're just got to wait now.
Well, I hope so.
Well, clearly. So it's what is the time? It's 10:30 now.
Can he win this weekend? What's the
Yeah.
gap?
What's that? 77 points, the gap in the title.
So, the way he could win this weekend would be for Lewis to win, come first, and for the other 2 not to finish.
So it's a longer period than usual. You're right there. But we will be back in 2.5 hours' time for qualifying at 12:55.
Joshua promises that if you could see the mess of the equipment in here, right? I know it's dragged in and dragged out, but
It's a mess.
do you know what? We would if I was logistics manager, I would be having them in for talk, because this is clearly the buzz mixer.
And I'd throw something in.
Both of them.
Both the bus mixers. Well, mine's nice and neat. And
You can lift that one up actually if you want to show it.
I can't because I'll probably go off the air.
No. Where is it? Up, 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 up.
That's as far as it'll go. It won't go.
Oh, yeah.
I have my own bus mixer. It's round about this big, right? Whereas the other one is big and about that big,
It's massive, that one.
right?
That's because you're on a different headset that hasn't got the same connection.
5 screens.
6.
6. Oh, I forgot your phone
6 screens. Usually 8.
because
but Megan doesn't want
you've
those
got a
on.
closer driver tracker.
I've got 2 driver trackers, yeah. That's so I can see it if I need to. Then there's the big one for you.
Just a bit
Nice
ahead.
watch. Nice
Yes.
watch, Martin.
So we're going off air now. Thoughts from practice as Hamilton's top. Dad, we've already had yours. Wrap
Boring.
it up. Megan said boring. Dad.
Could try better. I
Yeah.
think one of the things is you've got 2.5 hours to the next thing.
Yeah.
To qualifying, right? None of them wanted to smash the car up.
No, they all had. I think that's what the problem is. No one
So
was
I don't
pushing.
think
It's not- yeah.
anybody did what you would do in practice 1 and 2.
Agreed. Yeah, it's completely different. That was very much a static practice. So we'll be back at 12:50 UK time for qualifying, and then we will all go for the race tomorrow. Slightly earlier time, 11:45. We're on air. Lights out 12:10 tomorrow. But qualifying coming up next in this shortened weekend. It's bye for now.
Bye.